Hi, this is a review of a 200 watts HF power amplifier bought from Chenken Sports Home Store family via AliExpress. It did cost me $150.39. If you scroll down, you see that this item is a do-it-yourself kit. It's including a shell box, all the components and radiator fan, but of course you need to solder and install it by yourself. Here you see an assembled kit, and as you can see there are several surface mount components, the bias supply, the main transistor, the input and output transformers, and some resistors and the relay. You also see the coaxial cables here from the input and the output to the connector, and the power, the 24 volts supplied to the PCB. Here you see the components I got. There are no coaxial cables. This long red power connection is this short one. This is how the box looks. And if we look closer, are these the connectors? And on the opposite side is the input and output. So this heatsink and PCB is mounted 180 degrees the wrong way. Unfortunately, it's glued to the box. So it's quite difficult to rearrange it in the right direction, and I didn't yet dare to break it loose. Down here you also see a LED, should be here on the front. There is no current limiting resistor supplied. So there are several components missing, as you will see. Among the components, this is all I got. I got no documentation. After contacting the seller, he supplied what he called a building manual, but which I call a schematic. Here on the schematic we have an inductor, no winding instructions whatsoever. We also have several components with question marks. This small signal transistor, the MOSFET, and the capacitor. There is also a resistor here that's said to be between 200 ohms and 1 kilo ohm. So I guess it's 1 kilo ohm because this is the only resistor in that range. The capacitor with a question mark and no value. Perhaps it's this one, SS34 MIC. I'm not sure. These 150 ohms resistors on either side on the MOSFET is probably these ones. It's the 150 ohms. Then we have a resistor here, horizontal mounted in this picture. On the schematic, it should be a 10 kilo ohm resistor. Unfortunately, it's not supplied a 10 kilo ohm large resistor with the kit, but I got a 28 ohm resistor. The relay, it's not meant to be surface mounted, but of course you can bend out the pins and mount it on the PCB here. The MOSFET was also unmarked, and if we look at the supplied MOSFET, you see that the designation is scraped off. So I have no clue what kind of MOSFET this is. You can read MRF at the beginning, but why he has scraped off the rest of the marking, I don't know. And there is no clue on the schematic either. It's Q question mark. So, as a conclusion, it's not a complete kit. There are missing components. Some are supplied, like this 28 ohm resistor, with no idea where I should put it. The only building manual was a schematic. So unfortunately for me, it's not worth $150. So beware of buying this kit if you're not ready to complete it and buy some other components yourself, because it's not a complete kit, it's a partly kit. Okay, thank you, goodbye.